What is up, YouTube? And today we are taking a peek at Sereniel, and this is going to be her animation, or I guess her story. You can see that it is very interesting if you guys are interested in the full story. They do have more about it on the live stream, which I'll show you, but not for the story, but actually for the gameplay aspect, because a lot of people are interested in what she actually does. Support my channel by clicking my link in the description and joining me in Raid Shadow Legends. You'll get $200 worth of free rewards, including a legendary champ harvester right off the bat. Again, this supports me in the channel tons, so don't forget to click on that link right now. So this is her animation, it looks like. I think, whoa, what are they targeting there? Whoa, okay. But anyways, of course, as with the nature of the game, there are two kind of abnormally large reasons to pull for her. And I guess, yeah, of course they have to show us Yuki as well. But you're gonna see that she looks pretty cool animation-wise, right? She's like an angel, like a mecha angel, and she is going to kind of entice a lot of people to pull for her, I think. But these are her animations. This is probably one of her cards. You can also see Narja as one of the characters coming out, which is going to be coming out in the future, which I'll kind of talk about in a separate video. But you can see that this is going to be Sereniel, and she is going to be an instinct hunter. So that is how you can pre-farm your materials if you want to actually go for her. So this is actually from the live stream here. You're going to see that they will show you guys the element and also the skill animations and also the class once again. But this is what her ego skill looks like, I believe, right? This is her ego skill. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to skip ahead to the gameplay. So you're going to see she's an instinct attribute hunter who uses her exclusive buff. And we don't really know exactly what her buff does in terms of buffing her damage, but it will deal extra damage to tenacity. The numbers aren't released yet, so we'll have to see. But you can see the tenacity bar got completely destroyed here, and it looks like it's doing a ton of damage. Now, of course, is this going to be like a very, very strong DPS? We don't know. We saw with Yuki and Chizuru, you know, they didn't end up being, you know, the strongest characters, I'd say, or I guess live up to people's expectations is the better way to put it. But I think in terms of if she'll be good, they did say later on that she will be good for the next Great Rift boss, for sure, because it will take extra damage from Ravage. But looking at it, I think she might be able to make Selena not just a character you can use with Mei Lin, but also with Sereniel. You can see that she does have a mechanic to move back her homing laser back to her hand, and wow, she's doing a ton of damage, right? So that's absolutely crazy. This is going to be her partner here on the right. They didn't really talk about too much what she actually does, but you will notice at the bottom here, available only for a limited time, unlike the previous rescue raid ups. So she is the first limited banner in Chaos Zero Nightmare, meaning she won't get added to the standard pool, which is good in a way, but also bad in a way, right? Actually, why is it even good? Why am I even saying that? It's good because I think this means she'll be strong for sure, but it's bad because if we look in game here, you know, she's not going to get added into this pool, not this pool, this permanent pool, which means that you're not going to be able to get her if you miss the banner. And as you guys know, like, it's 70 summons to the pity, and this first 70 summons is only a 50-50. So if you want to guarantee her, you'll need about 140 summons, right? So if you don't have enough summons and you miss out on this banner, well, you're going to have to swipe to get her, or you'll just not have her. So that's why limited banners are kind of like a double-edged sword in the fact that it's more sharp than it is dull because you can't get the characters after, but it pretty much guarantees they'll be very strong or else people will complain. Now, of course, she might not be strong like Yuki and Chizuru, but they did say that this boss is going to actually take a lot of damage from Ravage. So this is the new Great Rift boss, and they're going to make it so that Sereniel is very, very strong here, I believe, because they did say that, you know, it's going to take extra damage from Ravage. But, you know, we'll have to see what they actually decide to do because I'm not too sure if she'll be better than Tressa, Cassius, because they're just like really broken by design, right? So you can see she's a hunter. She's also that yellow card outline here, so she's instinct. So if you want to start pre-farming for her, or I guess farming materials, you're going to want to farm those instinct materials and also those hunter materials as well. So you can see for me personally, I have 203 of these instinct stones, so we're good. The hunter materials, of course, you want them to promote her and also to promote her partner. So I will have to farm a bit more of those. I think I have enough to promote her. Maybe I'll just need to farm like 60 energy of it, but that is basically what we want to farm. And then in terms of the memory fragments, so the new one that came out is actually going to be suited for her. Damage amount to instinct cards used against ravaged targets. This is pretty much screaming that it's going to be best in slot for her because 50% is absolutely crazy, right? So I think they did this on purpose, and they'll probably rebuff the other memory fragments eventually to make it so that the element specific ones are better. But I'm going to start pre-farming this now because, yeah, it's just very, very indicative of how strong she'll actually be. Not strong, how strong she'll be, but how strong this memory fragment set will be on her. So I am very, very excited to actually finally have an instinct DPS to use. And a lot of people are upset that she's a DPS because I think people are traumatized from the DPS in the past that ended up being not that great. But for me personally, whether she ends up being good or not, I think I'm going to summon for her. And the reason why is going to be because, you know, she's a limited character. And also, she does have an insane background. So this is her special... her special lobby background. So, if you're looking for a present this Christmas, then you can get one, I guess. I don't, you know, I'm not gonna be able to use this in public, I'm just saying, but it's nice to have when I'm on my PC, I guess, or something like that. So, that is going to be Sereniel though, guys. Looks pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think about these limited banners coming to the game. I'm kind of scared that if they happen too often that we won't have enough currency to get them, and it becomes like a meta where you're always saving for the limited banners. But hopefully she ends up being good because her design looks pretty peak, I won't lie, and I think I will have to summon for her. I'm pretty sad though that I did E6 my Chizuru, not because I don't like her. Actually, Chizuru is really fun to play, even though she's not the best character. But, you know, if I knew there was a limited coming, you know, I probably would have saved a lot of my crystals for her because, you know, you can only get her from her limited rate of banner, right? So her dupes, you can't even really, these manifest egos, you can't really get randomly from pulling on the perm banner. So pretty sad about that. Hopefully what they end up doing is that Omega code that you get from, oh my god, my game is lagging, that Omega code you get from Galactic Disaster will actually work on those characters that are even limited, right? Because you do get this like once a season. And, you know, even if you allow this to happen, or I guess work on the limited characters, I don't think it'll break the game. And I do know for sure they'll probably rerun Sereniel eventually, probably as a Christmas unit next year, so we'll have to actually see. But yeah, very excited for what's to come. You know, the roadmap I did cover in my last video, so make sure you guys check that out. I did pretty much just summarize it and just talk about the main points. But once again, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. And also, make sure you guys check out my link down below to support my channel and get started in Raid Shadow Legends. Super fun, been playing it for a bit, and I want to see you guys in game with me as well. So, I'll see you guys next video.